taken a piece of clay and kind of flattened it out. With a roller, I'm going to press firmly with both hands, and I'm standing up to do this and roll back and forth a few times. You want to flip your clay because it will stick to the material and the material won't stretch with the clay. So frequently rotate it, flip it over. Rolling again. Then flipping. Do that several times until your clay is flat and the little plastic circles on the rolling pin actually hit the table. They're rolling on the table. I like to do what I call a roll test. If the roller will roll across the clay without sticking, then I know my clay is ready. The shapes that you need for a cylinder are circles and rectangles. The circles are the base and top. When I cut, I don't want my knife or my pin tool to go sideways, but straight up and down. This will cut a nice even wall on your clay. Now this is going to be my base, the bottom of my thing, and you'll notice it's pretty straight. I'm also going to make a closed form or a cylinder, so I'm cutting a top. There's my bottom and top. Next we need to make the wall of the cylinder or the rectangle. You make a mark on your base, line it up with your ruler, roll it across the ruler. When the mark hits the ruler again, that is how long you make the rectangle. So I've rolled out some more clay and I measured how much I need, so I know, and I'm going to make it 2 rulers wide, and I cut it, and there's my form. There's my base and my rectangle. Now I just wrap it around, and you'll notice I cut it too big. So I'm going to mark it and just trim off the extra. When we attach clay, we have to score, slip, and smooth, scratch and attach. So here I am scratching my clay, dipping in the water, making it wet, and then I attach. Pressing firmly on all my joints. The next step in joining is to smooth all my pieces together. I've got my base and the seam, and then also the inside. Now I said I was making a cylinder. If you wanted to make a mug, you'd stop there, maybe decorate it or add a handle. But I'm making a cylinder here. So here's my top. Same thing, it should fit on really nicely, and then I'm going to score, slip, and smooth on my top. It will take some time to smooth it on, but you want it to be all the way attached. The cylinder, we're actually going to turn this into a little box, a container, and so I use a piece of masking tape as a guideline to mark where I put the lid. I have to cut the lid now off of the clay. I've let my clay firm up quite a bit. I've left it out to dry for an hour or 2 here. So it's firmed up, it's not quite so soft. When you make a lid, you need a key, and this helps set on where the lid goes. I've decided on a rectangle shaped key, so I'm tracing on my ruler. You'll see that's a little rectangle. And then I decided that was maybe a little bit too big. And then I decided to get really crazy and make some zigzags here for my lid. You don't have to get crazy like this. Just going around with a key is enough, but like I said, I like to get a little crazy sometimes. Then you cut it out with the knife, Just take some time, go slow, make sure you get all the way to the ends of those points if you do something crazy like a zigzag. Cutting a circle is much easier. Just go slow. This is sped up video, so don't be deceived. I pulled off a nice little lid and base. I smoothed out a couple places, but for the most part you don't want to mess with this. You want to keep the lid and the base intact with each other. Now decorating, for full decorating, see decorating clay video, but I'm just going to show you very quickly what I did. I mostly use subtractive techniques to make this particular jar. You're the artist, you decide how you want to build your clay jar. Look at the charts as a reference of how to do the different techniques.